What's up, guys? Today is a big day, I guess. Not really, not much is going on, but today's the day I'm gonna put the turbo on. Let me also add, I'm gonna be making 2 videos today, so after I upload this one, be on the lookout for the next one. Next one's gonna be, about getting the hood spaced, but it's gonna be actually a pretty interesting video. I found something pretty cool that one of my friends actually told me, that I should use to actually, use to space the hood up to make the turbo fit. So this is, I don't do Rutgers football, I wish, but we're about to put this girl on. It's going to be a pretty short video, but like I said, be on the lookout for the next one because I'm going to be putting 2 up today. Tightened up all the bolts and made sure I got all the appropriate hardware, got some lock washers on there. I have right here, my gasket for the turbo manifold. Well, for the turbo, not the manifold. It goes on the manifold, whatever. But we're gonna put this bad girl on. It's about to be popping, yo. Let's go get it. Moment of truth, guys. Let me take these bolts off real quick. Should have did that before I even start recording this, but I want to give you guys a good look at the engine bay. I mean, I like this engine bay a lot, just because all the hard work I put into it with the lowest amount of cheese possible. But here we go. All the bolts and nuts. Put these to the side. Well, actually, I need one just to get it up. But here we go. Wait, I need the gasket. I'm retarded. Hold up. Let me get that real quick. Got it. So let's go on and do this. Let's go and do this crap. Gasket fits. It's Legos right now, yo. I explained to one of the subscribers in the comments, one of the homies in the comments, doing a turbo is almost like Legos. If you're doing a pretty much a stock boost build, Oh, you want to know what really fucking sucks? That these bolts are actually not long enough, so darn it. Let me go find some longer hardware. Got the bolts. It's lit now. It is Litty McShitty. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, I don't know how this is gonna work. Yeah, not enough room for the bolts, so let me ponder upon this for a minute, and we'll be back. So I came to a conclusion. The longer studs aren't working. The shorter studs are too short with the lock washers on them, but I'm going to probably just use it like this, just a bolt and a nut. I really don't feel comfortable doing it, but this is part of the car game where it's all about trial and error. So I don't have a lock washer. I'm worried that if I screw these on extremely tight, just to compensate for there not being a lock washer on them, I might not get the bolts off. So I'm gonna use some freaking anti-seize on all the bolts. I'm just gonna thread this on all the bolts. Anti-seize goes a long way, guys. It really does. This isn't like Loctite or anything. It's just so when you put the bolt on, you're guaranteed to get it back off when you take the bolt back off the next time you take the bolt off. So, this is how we're going to do it. Let me see if I can focus in on this. Yeah, so I'm going to just touch tips. I'm going to just touch tips. There we go. Just so the crap doesn't seize up on me. Probably down the line, hopefully I didn't fall on anything. Probably like change the hardware, redo all the bolts, and actually get all the correct bolts. Doing this all, guys, with stuff, I have a giant bucket of bolts in the garage, so I'm just doing all this with the bolts that I find in the garage. So alright, all 4 bolts are nice and anti-seized up, so let's get to putting her on. Put the next one diagonal across from it. Come on, don't give me shit, yo. There we go. Hopefully there's enough thread to catch. The first one had a decent amount of thread. It's almost flush to the end of the nut. This one looks a little shorter. Now this one's almost flush too, so we're Gucci, guys. We are Gucci. Probably gonna have to relocate my distributor. Not my distributor, my coil. Probably move it over just a little bit. I mean, it's not really a problem, but just for spacing issues. Got this one on. Let's get the next nut. Put it on. This is gonna be quite hard to actually tighten in this. And actually, maybe not. Just gotta get a nice crescent wrench. That's on there. Get the next one. Put this one on. Yep, this last one you gotta go in from the back. Wow, that actually worked. That was a smart move by me. Pat myself on the back for that one. So, turbo, bolts aren't tight, but the turbo is mounted on. Didn't crush that wash yet, but this is how it is. Oh, and let me show you guys, if I can even do it. I don't know if I can show you through my trunk. I found this in the trunk the other day. Where is it? See that? See that gasket? Brand new freaking exhaust gasket. Didn't even know I had it, but it's brand new, nice and thick. Nice and thick. Popping gasket. I'm gonna be using that. But I got this going. Still need to find bolts for the turbo manifold to bolt it to the, to the frickin' whatchamacallit, to the head. I'm probably going to do all that off camera, but I wanted to just make this quick video of putting the turbo on. Now I can actually take the turbo off, like I can unscrew like the turbo manifold, unscrew that one bolt that I have holding on, and the whole thing just comes out as a whole. So it's going to suck to put it back in, but I'd rather put the whole thing back in as a whole, so I know that all I got to do is tighten the bolts around, like tighten the bolts on the head, and then that's it. So I'm gonna actually tighten these up, and then we're gonna put the head gasket on, but I still have to find bolts for it. So, not the head gasket. Wow, I'm like really retarded with these gaskets. Put on the exhaust gasket, put that on. I gotta find all these bolts, and I'm gonna show you guys what it looks like when it's all done. Popping. Have you ever seen such a beautiful sight with that glare? But dap me up, homies. She's all on there, gasket and all. Found that gasket in my trunk, brand new, put that on. Took me about an hour, whoops, let me focus. Took me about almost like an hour and a half to get all these bolts, because some of them weren't, the thread was off by so much, or they were like kind of rusted, so they weren't going on, so I had to find some bolts. One of my studs came out, so I put the stud back in. And it was ridiculous, but look at this, all done, nice and popping. Everything is on this. She's ready, guys. She's so ready. She's all good to go. So now the next thing I need to do, hold up, let me clean out this real quick, show you guys what's up and coming next on Ride and Slide Television. Let me just get all these tools out the way. But let me just show you real quick. Let me put this down. Let me just show you guys. That's what's next. Look at how much fucking space that is. Look at that compared to that. Look at that compared to that, guys. I'm gonna fix that. I got the solution, or I'm gonna do the solution, and if it fails, it fails, but I'm about to show you guys in the next episode how I'm gonna fix that, how I'm gonna space the hood. So stay tuned, like, subscribe, follow me on that Instagram, at too.for.tea. No spaces. And have a nice day, homies.